All right, we are getting our honeybees ready for winter. And we are making candy boards, or also known as sugar boards. We have a 10-pound bag of sugar come from Sam's Club. It's not pure cane, it's the cheap stuff. Just dump the whole 10 pounds in the mixing bowl. So I have 10 pounds of sugar, 2 cups of water. I'm going to give me 2 tablespoons of vinegar. And the best way to evenly distribute that throughout your sugars is dump it in your water. So there's 1 tablespoon. There's 2 tablespoons. So now I'll whip that. Now my vinegar is going to be evenly distributed throughout my water. And all that is for mold prevention. I'm not going to dump it all in there at once. I'm going to just kind of go around and get a little bit in everywhere. And I'm going to use my stir stick, good old trusty wooden one. I'm going to start mixing this in there. Slice and dice, stab, whatever you got to do to get it to be all the same consistency. The water likes to find its way to the bottom, so reach down the bottom and pick it up, pull it up, whatever you got to do. Those chunks, that's why I like this stick right here, because I can just take it and slice it. It's really good for this. Newspaper keeps the sugar from falling through. And we're just going to take it and rake it out.
Is that the consistency that it should be?
Yeah, see, it just kind of packs. You just want that so it's not, grains of sugar or granulated or whatever, where it's going to fall through and start falling on top of your bees once they start. And we've added a little moisture to it, but just like how you set a bag of sugar out, especially if it's in a damp area, it'll get rock hard on its own, even if it's still in the bag and never been opened. The same thing's going to happen to this. This is going to even get harder as it sits outside through winter. Okay, so as you can see, I'm leaving the hole open so it'll ventilate through the hive. I'm not going to make it to where air can't flow through the hive. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing here. 10 pounds is only going to get me 1 candy board, so. This hive is narrower because it's an 8-frame hive, but hopefully it'll hold all the 10 pounds. So I made these candy boards myself. This is an 8-frame. Here the other one was a 10-frame. So this one's narrower, but I made it a 1/2 inch taller, so hopefully it'll hold 10 pounds of sugar, which it looks like it's going to. I tell you, that'll give your wrist a workout mixing that up. This is for the 10-frame hive we have out there. We'll set this down on top of it, then we'll put our inner cover and our outer cover back on, our top cover. And it'll just sit there all winter, and hopefully about March or April they'll find it, start eating it if they need it. They may not need it. But the neat newspaper, as you can tell, keeps it from falling out. We just made 2 candy boards. There's an 8-frame. This is a 10-frame. Made both boards myself. That's 1/2 inch hardware cloth. This one's a 1/2 inch taller, as you can tell here. Go put these on the hive, and the bees have emergency food in case they run out of honey over winter. All right, the bees are moving around just a little bit today. I didn't think they would be, but they are. So we're going to be careful as we can so we don't get them stirred up and mad at me. Definitely don't want to kill no bees this time of year, because these are the winter bees. It's got to make it all through winter. It's not your summer bees that only live around 45 days. But these bees here, they'll be they'll be the bees that'll be here in March. So you got to take good care of them. Try not to kill as many as you can, because you need as many as you can. First thing I'm going to do is reduce this entrance down to the smallest I possibly can get. So I'm going to crack this open. Up underneath there. They're not gonna like me too much. You got them good and mad, better leave them alone for a minute. Let's calm down. That's the first job done. And there's still a lot of bees. I got one trying to sting me right now. There we go. I'm gonna smoke these bees, trying to get them to calm down. I didn't think they'd all be at the top. They all need to go hide away. Go hide away, bees. Go hide away. There's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of bees. That's good. Right now, I'm trying to get this thing on here without smashing bees. Them all the way down there. When they start sticking their little butts up in the air, they're letting all the other bees know that there's something going on. I'm trying to get them down in there. Now here I'm starting to swarm around me. Okay, I just set the candy board on top. As you can see, coming down up through the bottom, the hive's going to be able to ventilate. Set this thing back on here. So now you got inner cover, candy board, top box, and bottom board. They've got an entrance reducer down to the very smallest that this one can be. We're going to put that back on there. And they have emergency sugar in case they run out of honey now. Alright, and you can still see that hole up there. That's for ventilation, so the air can go through the bottom, go up through the hive, and come out, and that keeps the moisture from building up in the hive. All right, so now we're going to put the weight back on here. Very important to put heavy weight on, because we're putting on this so late, the bees aren't going to have the nectar to propolize this to make it where it's glued down. So we're going to depend on weight to keep that solid on there. So all that big heavy brick going down on there. These ones here, a little terrorist. Now those were nice and calm, quiet bees. These over here, they got an attitude problem. You know what, I like these black gloves. These are real thick nitrile. I think it's like 9mm or something thick. And supposedly they can't sting through them, but man, you got a lot more dexterity. You can feel a lot more than you can with them big old thick leather bee gloves. The name of these gloves, by the way, I think is Raven. R-A-V-E-N, Raven. Okay, I'm popping the top cover off. I'm going to smoke them up. Hopefully they'll calm them down. You see their little butts are pointed up in the air. They're letting everybody know somebody's in here. Something's going on. That little hive, their butts in the air shows that there's danger. There they are. Bunch of little terrorists. Smash none. Same thing here. Hopefully our boards ain't warped and causing this thing to stick up. Hopefully the weight will hold that down. See how that's got a crack? Just have to put more weight on it. Okay, the hole right here always goes up. Okay, so we put that heavy brick on, that made that smash down. And so now I got put this weight on here, and that sealed all our cracks. You don't want a bunch of airflow through there. We'll just keep checking on them. Hopefully they'll make it through. This is our first winter, so we're in a learning curve. That'll do us for now. God bless you. Just to give you an update on the honeybees. We're still learning, and hopefully next year they'll make it through winter, and come May we'll be able to split these 2 hives into get 2 more colonies off each one, and that will give us a total of 6 colonies to run through next summer. And going into the summer after that, when we really start kicking out some honey, hopefully that we'll have 6 production hives, and we'll just keep growing from there until we get to where we feel like we can't handle no more. But that's an update on the honeybees. God bless you. We'll see you on the next video.